lab idya ma'am.
Lab ಏನೋ placement
This call is now being recorded. Ma'am?
placement ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Yes ma'am, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ.
ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. I cannot end up by 2.
Okay.
So that's why.
Okay ma'am. Thank you.
Actually, I thought of finishing today, but okay, we'll do it tomorrow.
Sure.
Hey, students, what we were saying in the last class? Nenpidya, what we have seen in the last class? So in last class, we were seeing about ADO.NET. ADO.NET is one of the important component of .NET framework, and it is a disconnected architecture, and it is mainly used for the database. This ADO.NET is used for database. In the last class, we have begun with this topic, and we were I was about to explain the architecture of ADO.NET. This is the architecture of ADO.NET. Yes, students, is the image is clear? Can you see the image?
Yes ma'am.
Yes, here the .NET framework is divided into two components. The .NET framework is divided into two components. And here the right side you can see the data set, and the left side is the .NET framework data provider. The left side you can see the .NET framework data provider, and the right side is data set. And this, as we know that this ADO.NET is a disconnected architecture. It is a disconnected architecture. So here the data set will be separate from the data source. The data set will be separate from the, see where is the data source? Here is the data source. Yes, student, this is a database. Yes. Can you see the diagram? This is a database. So this is a database in ADO.NET framework. The ADO.NET framework is divided into two components. One is data set, the other one is a .NET framework data provider, and this data set is disconnected from the data source. It is disconnected from the data source, and it does not need to know this data set. See here, you can see the tables. The tables are present in the data set. For this data set, there is no need to know from where the data is coming. In ADO.NET architecture, for the data set, doesn't need to know from where the data is retrieved. Retrieved means where the data we are taking. Retrieving the data means where the data we are taking. It is not bothering in this ADO.NET. Just whatever the queries we write, for that query, it will display the output. For example, if I write select query, then if I write update query, if I write any other query, whatever the query I write, for that query I'll get the answer. But in ADO.NET, this data set is not bothering about where the data is from where the data is retrieved. Just whatever the work we are doing. Work is nothing but here whatever the queries we want to execute, whatever the queries we write for that particular query, it will give the output. And here here we have the .NET framework data provider. The data providers, here we have the object of data provider. In ADO.NET, we have an object of data provider. That the objects are there are four objects. There are four objects for data provider in ADO.NET. That is connection, command, reader, and adapter. Yes, students, in ADO.NET, for the ADO.NET architecture, we have 4 objects of data provider: connection, command, data reader, and data adapter. Yes, what is the use of connection? What is the use of connection? What is the use of connection? It is, see, when we write any database, when we do any database projects, then this connection is very important. This connection is a link between this connection connects the front end and the back end. We need some connection. No, without connecting front end and back end, how we can retrieve the data, students? If I design a GUI. GUI is nothing but it is a front end. GUI is nothing but it is a front end. When I'm creating a registration form, when I'm creating a registration form, once I create a registration form, when I click on the submit button, the data will be stored in the database. Yes, is it right? The data will be stored in the database. So how the link will happen from front end to the database? How the connectivity happens? With the help of this connection string only. With the help of this connection, we can connect front end and the back end. We can connect front end and back end. You can use Oracle, you can use OLEDB, you can use ODBC, you can use JDBC. If you use ODBC, the connection string, ODBC connection string will be there. If you use Oracle connection string will be there. If you use JDBC, then JDBC connection string will be there. If you use SQL server, then SQL connection string will be there. So whichever the data providers you are using, that data provider connection you need to write. Next I have command. Command executes a command against the data source. This command is used to execute the command against the data source. So which are the commands we use, students? Which are the commands we use? Insert. Yes. Do you remember database? DBMS? DBMS, what are the queries we have learned? Insert query, select query. Yes. Yes, students. Did you execute all these commands? Select query, delete, update, delete, update. See, all this query, all these commands we execute in the we can also execute in ADO.NET. Data reader, it provides a read only, forward only, connected result set. So connected result sets means whatever the database, whatever the tables we are executing the database which are connected with our architecture or with our application, whichever the tables are connected with our application. So to read is nothing but to display that data. We need something. So without to put any item, we need container. No, without container, can we put any item? No. So similarly, with the help of a data provider, we can read the data, or you can show the data on the monitor. And data adapter, it updates the data set. with the data from the data source. This data adapter updates the data set with the data from the data adapter. So whatever that here yes, students, when we do part B program, you will get a clear idea. See, whatever the tables, see here using a insert command, I am inserting some data into the database. Correct, no? So just now I gave you example of registration form. So after if I enter one student data, then I'll go to database, I'll check whether the data is inserted or not. If I enter second data, third data, so if I enter hundreds of data, then 100 times I cannot go to the backend, I cannot go to the database, and I cannot check, no. So I want to display the data on the monitor only. Yes, I want to display the data on the monitor only. When I click on, assume that I have created a button, that is display button. Yes, students, understanding? I have created a display button. When I click on this display button, whatever the information I have given in the database, everything it should display. Everything it should display. So here we use the fill method. We use a fill method. So whatever the data we have given in the table, so everything will be displayed. So to execute all this, we need a data adapter. We need a data adapter. And next we have next we have data providers in ADO.NET. Which are the data providers we have in ADO.NET is see here. These four are the data providers we have in ADO.NET. These four are the data providers we have in ADO.NET. Yes, students, the first one is data. Yes, students, here a spelling mistake is there. This is framework. I have copy pasted. Okay, here I have missed K. So everything I have copied. Here, framework. Yes, students, here, .NET framework. The data providers which we have in ADO.NET is SQL Server, OLEDB, ODBC, and Oracle. These four are the data providers we have in ADO.NET. And to support this, yes, students, as I told, how if you want to execute any square root function, or scan function, square root function, or any trigonometric function, then what we have to include in our C program, that is hash include math.h. Yes, students, do you remember this? Math.h. Yes, students, this math.h is a library. Here, this header file we have to include in the program if you want to execute any trigonometric functions or any square root power function if you want to execute. So in that case, you have to include this in the C program. Similarly, if you want to execute a SQL queries or OLEDB queries or ODBC queries or Oracle queries, so for this you have to include a namespaces in the program. You have to include a namespaces in the program. So what namespace you have to use for SQL Server is yes, students, the namespace is system. I'll write in short, students. System dot data dot SQL client. System.data.SQL client is the namespace you have to include include in the program to execute SQL server to use a SQL server data provider. To use a SQL server data provider, you need to include system.data.sql client. For OLEDB, any idea? Any idea, students, for OLEDB? For OLEDB, system dot data dot OLEDB. This namespace you have to include in the program. Next, for ODBC, system dot data dot ODBC. System dot data dot ODBC. Next, system dot data dot Oracle client. System dot data dot Oracle client. See, these are all the, to use these providers, with respect to these providers, you have to use a namespaces, related namespaces in the program, in the application, to run the particular queries. Yes, students, next we have components of data sets. Component of data set. What are the component of data set? The components of data set is table. Yes, students, when we say table, then what thing will come to our mind? Yes, when we say table, then what will come to our mind? The table will be having rows and columns. Yes, no? Yes, students, the table will be having rows and columns. Yes, students, the table will be having. If I write or if I insert any data, okay, students, see here, this is one data, this is one set of data, and this is another set of data. Yes, can you see the difference? Here the same data 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 8. Here 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 8. Here the data I have inserted sequentially. So one by one only in a single row I have inserted. But by seeing this, I can say the data I have inserted in the table. Yes, correct? Data table illi. But here, whereas in the first case, the data is not maintained in the table. For the second case, the data is written in the table. The data is entered in the table, in the form of a table. When we say the data is in the form of a table, when I have row and column values. Yes, is it right, students? When you have row and column value, when you have it, means the data table consists of data row and data column. Is it right? The data set consists of data row and data column. So it is stored in the form of a table. So when it consists of rows and columns, then it will be in the form of a table. Then it will be in the form of a, or in the format of a table. So this table consists of how many rows? 3 rows. And how many columns? Students? 3 columns. Can you increase the row and column value? Yes, you can include the rows and column value. Yes, to include this also in our C hash program, we have a namespace. That is system.data.data table. System dot data dot data table. Yes, students. So this is the namespace we need to include in the program if you want to insert or if you want to use table in your program, that is system.data.data table. This namespace you have to include in the C hash program. When you can say a given data set is in the form of a table when it has rows and columns. When it has, see here also I have inserted, this is one way of inserting data and this is the other way of inserting data. In the first way of data, here I have not inserted a data in the form of a rows and columns. Yes, students, I have not inserted in the form of a rows and columns, but in the second phase, I have included a data in the form of a row and column. So this represents table. Is it right? Is it correct? This represents table. And we have data view. How we can view the data as inserting is over. How we can view a data? That it is represented a customized view of a table. So how the data will be represented? The data will be represented in the form of a table only. The data will be represented in the form of a table only, and it will be used for sorting a data. It will be used for sorting a data, filtering data, searching data, editing data, for editing data, and for navigation. For the navigation, we use this data view. So with the help of this data view, how we can view the data? We can view the data in the form of a table. When we view the data, yes, students, just now I told you, if I enter 100 records, each time I cannot go to the database and I cannot check how many data I have inserted. Yes, correct, no? So that is the reason why we are displaying the data, whichever the data we have entered, that we are displaying on the form only. So how we display the data on the form? In the form of a table, or in the format of a table. So when I see the data in the format of a table, it will be helpful for me to sort the data, filter the data, search the data, and edit the data. Edit the data. And the table consists of data column. And the table consists of data column. The data column consists of number of columns that comprises a data table. So this data column contains how many columns I have in my data table, how many columns I have, the number of columns. The number of columns, just now I told, no, that's the reason why here I told, when you take the example of this table, how many rows I have? I have three rows, 1, 2, and 3. And if you take account of column 1, 2, 3, 3 columns I have. So this data column consists of number of columns that comprises a data table. A data column is a essential building block of the data table. Yes, it is. This data column is a essential. It is a essential building block of the data table. Yes, without column, can you form a table, students? Without column, can you form a table? No, we cannot form a table without a column. So this column is one of the important property of a table. Yes, when a table consists of rows and columns, then only we can say it is a table. Correct, no, students? Yes. When a table consists of rows and columns, then only I can say it is a table. If the table is not having rows and columns, and I cannot say it is a table. So the data column consists of number of columns in the table. Number of columns in the table, and it is one of the essential building block of table, or it is one of the very essential component of table. Without column value, we cannot form a table. Correct, no? Next we have data row. It represents a row in a table. The data row represents a row in a table. It represents a row in a table. You can use data row. You can use data row object and its properties and method to retrieve, evaluate, insert, update the values in a table. Yes, this data row is used to insert the value in a table. It is used to insert the value in a table, delete, evaluate, retrieve, update. To do all these operations, we use data row in the table. And if you want to include a new row, then you can include a new row. What is the function? The function is to include a new row, that is new row. New row is a function. New row is a function to include one more new row in our table. See here, I have 3 rows in my in this table. If you want to include one more row in the table, then we have a method. To include or to insert a new row, that is new row. New row method is used to insert to increase the number of row values in the table. Next we have data relation. It allows you to specify the relation between various tables. Hey students, are you following? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, ma'am.
So next I have the data relation. Yes, students, I have an employee table. I have a employee table. Here I have EID. EID is nothing but employee ID, department, experience, gross salary. Yes, this is my table. This is T1, table 1. In table 1 I have employee ID, department. Yes, students, this is department, experience, how many years of experience. See, this is the information of I'll take example of our college only. Here here in this table it has the information of our college, the complete teaching staff, information it is having. The complete teaching staff information it is having. And here I have other information also, but here I have taken only, here I have written so on. See, here I have taken only the information, employee ID, department, experience, and the gross salary. This is employee, teaching faculty, teaching staff details. And here I have one more table. I have one more table. This is a salary table. This is a salary table. Employee ID, gross salary, IT deduction, net salary. Yes, students, this is another table. Yes, I have one more table, T3. That is transport table. Here I have EID, gross salary, and the transport charges. Yes, students, can you see the three tables, and which are the fields of these three tables? Employee ID, department, experience, gross salary, and it has, this T1 has many information, other information also it has. Whereas T2 is a salary table and it has employee ID, gross salary, IT deduction, and the net salary. And here this is the transport table. We have employee ID, gross salary, and the transport charges. Yes, transport charges. Yes, students, here in this table employee ID is a primary key. PK. You know now what is PK? PK is nothing but it is a primary key. Primary key means it is a unique identification of this table. It is a unique identification of this table. Yes, students, I assume that I have here I have hundreds of 150 of faculties, 150 teaching faculties. So out of 150 teaching faculties, 10 may be having from 10 may are from the same branch. Branch is nothing but the department. 10 employees may be from the same department, and 5 may be or 50 may be having same experience. Yes, is it right? And maybe 30 may be having the same gross salary. Yes. So that's why, that is the reason why here I have not made these as a primary key. Here, to identify each employee uniquely, I have given a employee ID for each employee, and I am representing each employee with a unique name, that is employee ID. That I have taken as a primary key. Yes. Now all the tables are linked. Yes. The remaining tables are the remaining two tables are linked. Is it right? How students? That is, here I have a employee ID. Here in the salary, when you calculate the salary, we are calculating, as I told, more than 50 employees may be having almost 50 employees may be 30 employees may be having the same salary. So here, to differentiate each employee with the help of the employee ID, because we have taken this employee ID as a primary key. If you enter, when you execute a DBMS program, I think you might have observed with the same primary key. Primary key 1, if you give once again, if for the second input also, if you are giving a employee ID 1 only, then it will give error. Yes, students, it will give error. It will show the error because already that particular data is entered. You cannot duplicate the primary key. So the same primary key here I have taken as a reference key, or we can say as a foreign key. You can say reference key or foreign key. Here in table 2, I have taken employee ID as a reference key. See, in table 1, it is a primary key. In table 2, it is a reference key. So this is you see why we are doing this, to avoid the duplication. To avoid the duplication, we are doing this. And see, in table 3 also, the employee ID I have taken as a reference key in table 3. So I think you studied the normalization in DBMS, first normalization, second normalization, third, fourth, BCNF. So we have learned the normalization. To avoid the duplication, we are following the normalization. So here the relation between, see, all these tables are related to each other now. All the 3 tables. Yes, students. So similarly, this data relation, it allows you to specify the relation between various tables. Here you can show the relation between these 3 tables now. Here the table 1 is linked with table 2. How? With the help of primary key and reference key. With the help of primary key and reference key. See, if I update a salary here, then with the help of a reference key, here also it will be updated. Here in table 2 also it will be updated. No need to update it once again here. So this is a table relation. Here, students, next we have ADO.NET Entity Framework. Yes, students, see the diagram is clear? Respond. The diagram is clear? Clear ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, or you want me to make you want me to zoom it? So this, yes, is the diagram is clear, students? This is data source, this is ADO.NET provider, command tree, DB data reader, entity client data provider, entity SQL query, command tree, entity, data provider. Yes, students, see the diagram is clear? Can you see the diagram?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a conceptual model. This is storage model. See, this is a mapping between these two. Students, the ADO.NET entity framework we'll see in the next class. We'll see in the next class. I'll stop here. Yes, students, those who don't have placement, they can attend the test today, no? Those who don't have placement. Ajay, are you there? Ajay.
Yes, ma'am.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ಪ? ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಅನೌನ್ಸ್
Oracle list ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. They have received mail personally.
ಹೌದಾ? And I told you one more thing in the group. You inform everybody that if the placement postpones, if the placement is not during that lab schedule, then I'll conduct the lab. But other information you have not passed. Some ಯಾರೋ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಹೆಸರು. ಯಾರೋ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್. ಬರೀ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ಪೋನ್ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿನ್ಗೆ ವರ್ಷ ಇಬ್ರಿಗೂ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. But yes, those who don't have placement, they can attend the test. Yes, students, if my voice is not clear, I have written, if somebody cannot hear me, that I have sent a message in the chat box. Those who don't have placement test today, they can attend the test. Yes, because I will finish off today, and tomorrow even I have less time. I have only 2 hours tomorrow. So that 2 hours may not be sufficient for all the 54 students. So those who don't have placement today, so we'll complete the placement. We'll complete the test today only. Okay, students, exactly 1:45 you log in. Aditya, answer attendance. Aditya. Absent. Ajay.
Yes, ma'am.
Amit. Antima.
Yes, ma'am.
Apurva.
Present, ma'am.
Ashwini.
Present, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Bindu.
Yes, ma'am.
Divyesh. Gaurish.
Yes, ma'am.
Gautami.
Yes, ma'am.
Gautami, what happened to you? You are very irregular to my class. Continuously, almost 7 to 8 classes you didn't attend. Why? What is the reason? What is the reason, Gautami? Respond. Gunashekar.
Present, ma'am.
Harini.
Present, ma'am.
Surya.
Present, ma'am.
Nayana.
Present, ma'am.
Nazma,
Present, ma'am.
Nidhi,
Present, ma'am.
Pradeep, Pradeep,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Preeti,
Present, ma'am.
Rajesh, Sahadev,
Present, ma'am.
Saket, Saket, Santosh, Seema,
Yes, ma'am.
Sinchana,
Ma'am, she was present, ma'am. Although network issues ಇದೆ.
ಹೌದಾ ಸರಿ. ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ,
Present, ma'am.
ಶಶಾಂಕ್,
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಶಶಾಂಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಇವತ್ತು ನಿನ್ಗೆ
ಹಾಂ ಇದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ?
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ವರ್ಷ,
Present, ma'am.
ಯಶಸ್ವಿನಿ,
Present, ma'am.
ಅಮೃತ,
Present, ma'am.
ಅನುಷಾ,
Present, ma'am.
ಸಿದ್ಧಾರ್ಥ್,
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, Apurva present, ma'am.
ಅಪೂರ್ವ,
Present, ma'am.
ಚೇತನ,
Present, ma'am.
ಕಾವ್ಯ,
Ma'am, Siddharth
Chetana?
also present, ma'am.
ಸಿದ್ಧಾರ್ಥ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ? ಹಾ,
ನೀವು ತಾಂಡ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಅವಾಗ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನೆ.
ಸರಿ. ಚೇತನ,
Present, ma'am.
yes, are you able to execute Chetana now the lab programs? The software is down.
No, ma'am. ಅದು ನೀವು ಕಳ್ಸಿದ ಫೈಲ್ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ನಂದು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ. ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2 GB ಡೇಟಾವರೆಗೂ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಆದ್ರೆ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಏನು. ನೀವು ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ದು
ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ try ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಮೊದಲು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೈಕ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಫೈಲ್ ಕುಡಿನ್ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ನಾನೀಗ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಏನೋ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ರನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಈಗ.
ಇವತ್ತು ನಿನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವತ್ತು?
ಇದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಇದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಕಾವ್ಯ?
Present, ma'am. She was there.
Okay. Madhushri?
Present, ma'am.
Manisha?
Manish
Sorry,
ma'am.
Manish, sorry. Third semester I have Manisha. Sorry, every time I get confused.
Present ma'am.
Sarfraz?
Present ma'am.
Murgesh?
Present, ma'am.
Mani?
Present, ma'am.
Paresh?
Present, ma'am.
Pooja?
Present, ma'am.
Prashant? Prashant? Idna, hono? Pratibha?
Present, ma'am.
Pratik? Sadhana?
Present, ma'am.
Sadhana, why last class absent? Already you have shortage. Again, you have started bunking the classes, huh?
ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆದ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ನೀವು ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆದೆ? ಶಶಾಂಕ್?
Present ma'am.
ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ?
Present, ma'am.
ಶ್ರೀಧರ್? ಶ್ರೀಧರ್? ತನುಜ್?
Present, ma'am.
ತೇಜಸ್ವಿನಿ?
Present, ma'am.
ಉಮ್ಮೆಹನಿ?
Present, ma'am.
ಆಶೀಶ್?
Present ma'am.
ವಿದ್ಯಾ?
Present, ma'am.
ವಿಶಾಲ್? ವಿಶಾಲ್? Yes, students, I'll stop here, and those who are not writing placement, again I am repeating, and in the chat box also I have sent a message. Those who don't have placement today, they can attend the test today only. Finish your test today at 1:45. Sharply the same link which we use for our lab. You have the link, no? The same link which we have for our lab. So with that link only you have to log in. So I'll finish off the lab internals for those who don't have placement. And those who don't, okay. Okay, students, see you in the lab.
Ma'am, this is Antima, ma'am. Actually, even I'm having the same problem that I'm installing and after
Yes,
completing.
you tell that reason, Antima and Chetana, because when all the students are able to, even I tried before sending you all, I sent to my Gmail account through that drive, and I tried, because when I sent to students, that time they should not face any difficulty, So I tried first, and after trying only I have sent to you all, and I inquired other students also. They are able to download and they are able to execute the programs.
But ma'am, even then what should I do?
Why you are telling today, Antima? I have sent almost 4 or 5 days back only. I have sent. No, that day why you didn't try? Why you didn't inform me? And today is the internals, and today you are telling me. Okay, I agree. That type of issues will be there.
Actually, I'm having placements also today.
Why you are telling me today? You tried it today?
No, ma'am. From Saturday, I'm trying.
Then why you didn't inform me? Saturday for Monday test, you are preparing from Saturday. Did you execute all the programs? No. See, this shows how serious you are for your lab internals. Okay, student, those who have.
I'll do it, ma'am.
Yes, Antima.
I said I'll do it, but now I'm not able to install it. I mean, it's not getting again and again. It is saying.
How do you show your program without software?
That's why I'm asking you, ma'am, for any solution. What should I do?
Without software, see, if you are not able to download, then what I can do? You tell me. And today you are telling, and afternoon you have test.
Ma'am, afternoon. Actually, I'm attending placements, ma'am.
Okay, if not today afternoon, tomorrow afternoon you have test, no?
Yeah, ma'am. So
Then you tell me, what can you tell me?